continuing on what the therapeutic capabilities that a deep learning system can give, it would be amazing. See, we have so far, mankind has so far known and understood and analyzed the RNA and DNA structure of a large number of viruses. Mankind has also seen the mutations and evolutions in many of these viruses. See, some of these viruses are RNA viruses, some are DNA viruses, and the present generation of SARS-CoV-2 viruses belong to the corona family, but it has certain mutation or mutated factors, mutated structures in its genome. Now, what a deep learning exercise can do is, it can track the direction of mutation or evolution and make a projection as to what would be the upcoming viruses, most likely DNA structure or RNA structure of the upcoming viruses based on the pattern. It is called pattern analysis in deep learning. It's called the pattern analysis. It will analyze the pattern of mutation and evolution in the past, project it to the future, and arrive at a likely structure of the genome of the next viruses or next virus which is likely to cause a contagion like COVID-19. Let's check out a slide for clarity. So you have a virus A with a certain RNA structure, let's say these are RNA viruses. Virus B with a certain RNA structure. And when they are co-hosted in a host cell, there is a recombination of their RNA resulting in a mutated form of the virus, which is part A and part B. I repeat once again, virus A, RNA virus, virus B, another RNA virus, both are being co-hosted by a host cell. They exchange some of the RNA, and the resultant mutated virus may be having part the RNA structure from A, part of the structure from B. This is one way of mutation. There are so many other ways. Now, once we carefully track, record, and analyze the direction of mutation of these viruses, we may be able to predict with certain degree of surety what would be the next form, or what would be the RNA structure or DNA structure of the next virus to strike mankind. So when we are ready with projections, through genetic engineering, we may, in our labs, instead of using virology labs to create biological weapons, destructive attitude and destructive approach, we should be genetically engineering viruses to see, as per the suggestions of the deep learning system that we have, it will propose the next virus is likely to be like this. So we would proceed with the genetic tampering, genetic engineering in that direction. We would have a number of engineered viruses in the lab. We would be testing all available drugs. See, right now, what are we doing? We are trying some retroviral, we are trying some anthelmintics, we are trying some anti-malarial drugs randomly. Who said this is the best? Now, once we are ready with the genetically engineered viruses, which are as per the direction of mutation suggested by the deep learning system, we would be testing out every available drug on them and finding the best solution. We are ready with the solution. Similarly, through animal experimentation, we can even keep vaccines ready for future generation of viruses. In other words, deep learning can tell us the approximate genetic structure of the next virus which is likely to strike. And well before its onset, we are ready not only with the drugs, we are also ready with the vaccines. Imagine a situation where we are ready with the drug for SARS-CoV-2. We are also ready with the vaccine for SARS-CoV-2. If we can implement deep learning in its fullness, in its completeness, in making pandemic predictions, or if medical science can fully utilize the capabilities of deep learning systems, we would be able to predict with reasonable surety what is the structure of the next virus which is going to strike. And we are not only ready with the drugs, we are even ready with the vaccines. An incredible scenario. But then, if you think it's rather futuristic, too futuristic at this point of time, let me tell you, it's not. And it's the only way forward. Thank you very much.